Yo, what's up, Swag Gang? You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy KLR, aka KL Swag. Back here with a video, man. Look, man, this is 10 players we really want to see win a Super Bowl, man. Shout out to TPS and also the editor as well, man. And let's get into the reaction.
Life isn't always fair.
It's not.
The most talented and well-respected players never get to hold
Damn,
the
Derek.
trophy. And today, we're looking at a few guys who are currently playing who might experience that same fate.
Really?
Though we really hope that they don't.
The rookie, Royce Newman, he beats him right off the line of scrimmage. He's the one who puts the pressure on Rodgers.
What the hell?
It seems like every year when a new Super Bowl champion is crowned, there are at least a few players we're happy to see hoist the Lombardi Trophy for the first time. I mean, who wasn't thrilled for Aaron Donald, Matthew Stafford, and Cooper Kupp when the Los Angeles Rams won Super Bowl 56? Now, unfortunately, not all of our favorite NFL stars are going to win a ring. The league is only big enough for one winner each year. Among the active ringless players, these are the 10 guys that we would love to see win a Super Bowl the most.
Okay.
JJ.
Better be my Patriots.
Injuries and age have quickly caught up to Watt, but it wasn't too long ago when he was the undisputed #1 defensive player in the league.
He was.
One of the NFL's ultimate good guys. He's used his platform to perform a long list of charitable acts. The 3-time Defensive Player of the Year is a lock for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Just one thing is missing now. Watt's prime years were unfortunately wasted on the Houston Texans, thanks to the incompetence of Bill O'Brien and the McNair family. But finally, after the 2020 season, he was released from his contract and free to join any team he wanted. And in a bit of a surprise, Watt decided to sign with the Arizona Cardinals, even though they weren't exactly viewed as a legitimate Super Bowl contender at the time.
Damn.
Your roommate just took up percussion.
Coming,
You need a job that gets you out.
coming, yeah, coming.
Indeed you do.
Coming, yeah.
We should file a claim.
Just
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm so hyped for Drake album to drop, bro.
They did end up making the postseason in 2021, but were crushed by the NFC West rival Los Angeles Rams in the wildcard round. Time's now running out for Watt to win that elusive Super Bowl. Among all active players who've yet to win a championship, it's hard to think of someone who deserves it more than the 2-time Sacks champ. Again, we're talking about a model person on and off the field. It's only fair that he eventually gets rewarded with a championship.
Damn.
Ryan.
He ain't getting that, to be honest.
2021, and Matthew Stafford won a Super Bowl ring in his first season with the Rams after coming over from the Lions in a blockbuster trade. That leaves Matty Ice as the most notable veteran quarterback who's running out of chances to win a championship. If only the Atlanta Falcons didn't blow a 28-3 lead in Super Bowl 51. But there's no change in the past. Fortunately for Ryan, the Falcons did the right thing by trading him to the Indianapolis Colts ahead of the draft for a 3rd-round pick. The Falcons weren't going anywhere over these last few years, and the Colts know they're likely a quarterback upgrade away from returning to championship contention. Now the 2016 league MVP gets at least a couple more kicks at the can in Indy. He joins a well-coached staff led by Frank Reich with a roster that features an elite offensive line and rushing champion Jonathan Taylor. Oh yeah, and their defense is pretty good too, I guess. It's hard not to feel sorry for Ryan after all these years. His legacy would have been so different if Atlanta held on in that Super Bowl. If there is one QB
That's true.
in the twilight years of his career and truly deserves a championship, it is the Colts' new starting signal caller, Derrick Henry. It's a weird thing, but it seems like all the elite running backs of the last decade never ended up winning a Super Bowl.
He ain't winning a Super Bowl.
Peterson and Frank Gore, the 2 best running backs of their era, are ringless. Todd Gurley, Jamal Charles, DeMarco Murray, Chris Johnson, and Arian Foster never won a championship.
Damn.
And the likes of Ezekiel Elliott, Dalvin Cook, Christian McCaffrey, and Alvin Kamara are anxiously awaiting their taste of Super Bowl glory. Yet among all the active elite running backs, however, perhaps nobody is closer to a championship than Derrick Henry. And nobody deserves it more. Henry is in his own league when it comes to NFL running backs. The man is the perfect combination of power, speed, toughness, and agility.
That's true. Derrick Henry, they whole offense. God damn!
If not for a fractured foot. It would be an absolute shame if this workhorse had to retire without a ring. Who knows how many prime years he has left? We all know that most running backs hit the wall before 30 these days, but we certainly hope that that's not the case with Henry. The Tennessee Titans are still capable of going on a deep run, so long as Henry mans the backfield. For the sake of his legacy, let us hope that he breaks the trend of elite running backs going their entire career without a championship.
Damn.
Calais Campbell. Like J.J. Watt, Campbell is one of the most beloved and universally respected NFL players of his era.
Okay.
His longevity and consistent production makes it very likely that he'll receive a gold jacket one day. But of course, he's missing that one piece of jewelry that matters more than anything else. Campbell's been awfully close to championship glory. He was a rookie when his Arizona Cardinals fell to the Pittsburgh Steelers in Super Bowl 43. The Redbirds.
Damn. I didn't know he played for the Arizona Cardinals.
2015, but were throttled by Cam Newton's Carolina Panthers. Campbell then joined the Jacksonville Jaguars in 2017 and led the group to a surprise AFC title game appearance. But Tom Brady and the New England Patriots dynasty had other ideas. Campbell signed
That's
up for
true.
a third year in Baltimore, which was wise given that the roster has the pieces in place to win a Super Bowl. The six-time Pro Bowler probably has multiple years left. But the clock is still ticking. So here's to hoping that the gentle 6'8", 300-pound giant will get to hoist the Lombardi Trophy before all is said and done. AJ
Okay.
Green. Unlike Campbell, Green hasn't exactly been anywhere close.
Hey, AJ Green had his prime, bro. I got a jersey of AJ Green.
In each of Green's first 5 NFL seasons, but they failed to win a single playoff game. Injuries and poor quarterback play ruined Green's final years in Cincy. The 7-time Pro Bowler finally got back to the postseason in 2021, his first season with the Arizona Cardinals. But as we previously mentioned, he, J.J. Watt, and the rest of the Cards were crushed by the Rams in the wildcard round. Though Green isn't really in his prime anymore, he's obviously got an outside shot of winning a ring in Arizona, especially if Cliff Kingsbury can find a way for his team to avoid these late-season collapses. Green certainly paid his dues with the Bengals and performed like a top-5 receiver during his time there. But, unfortunately, it never amounted to a championship.
Damn.
So, if the Cardinals can't get it done for him, Green ought to chase that well-deserved Super Bowl ring somewhere else. Cameron Jordan. With Drew retired, Jordan is now the leader of the New Orleans Saints. Because the Saints were an offensive machine throughout the Breeze era, Jordan was often overlooked despite his consistency as one of the game's premier pass rushers. 7 Pro Bowl nods, the 100-sack club, and a selection to the 2010s All-Decade team kinda speaks for itself. It's critical that Breeze and Sean Payton won just the one ring together, but it's even worse for Jordan, who arrived one season after the franchise won their lone Super Bowl. He has dealt with so many heartbreaking defeats, like the Minneapolis Miracle, the no-look call, and that 2019 overtime playoff loss to the Minnesota Vikings. But Jordan has remained humble and motivated throughout his decade-plus tenure in New Orleans.
Damn, he's staying with the fullback.
But who knows how many more
I never saw that.
and the Saints core will have together. At least
D lineman staying with the fullback.
Chris Olave and some of the other key core players are still relatively young, but Jordan only has so many productive years left. And if New Orleans manages to win the Super Bowl with this group, Jordan should be the first player to get to hoist that trophy. Khalil Mack. So, not only is the 2016 Defensive Player of the Year
That's true.
a Super Bowl, but the dude still hasn't been on the winning side of a playoff game. Think about that for a second. Mack's Oakland Raiders were one and done in the 2016 postseason. His Chicago Bears were eliminated in the 2018 and 2020 wildcard rounds. The man just has not been able to catch a break. The Bears were absolutely wasting the prime years of Mack. So he got a lucky break when the Los Angeles Chargers agreed to trade for him during the offseason. Mack now gets the opportunity to wreak havoc with fellow star pass rusher Joey Bosa. And having Justin Herbert as your quarterback? Yeah, the Bolts should be dangerous in 2022.
Hey, they should be straight, to be
In
honest.
the Hall of Fame someday. He's one of the most dominant players this game has ever seen. And despite his intimidating presence on the gridiron, the man couldn't be much nicer off the
Got one big ass
Chargers
head.
have prevented many star players from ever reaching the Super Bowl. We're talking guys like LaDainian Tomlinson, Phillip Rivers, and Antonio Gates, just to name a few. But hopefully, this perennial underachiever
That
doesn't
dude big as hell.
follow Mack to a similar fate. Devontae Adams. It's beyond comprehension that Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams never played in a Super Bowl together. The two Green Bay
That's
Packers
crazy.
had plenty of opportunities, though. During Adams' 8-year tenure in Green Bay, the Pack played in 4 NFC Championship games, all lost.
They always make it to the playoffs, but
Adams got an
lose.
extension from the Packers in 2022 and saw a trade to the Las Vegas Raiders, wanting to reunite with old college friend and teammate Derek Carr. And can you really blame blame him here? Some Packers fans will hold animosity towards Adams. It's not very often that the best player at a specific position demands a trade, especially when their current quarterback was the league MVP. But none of that seemed to matter to Devontae. At the end of the day, he don't care which team he's on. The best receiver in the game deserves to be a Super Bowl champion, and that's that. Adams had all those playoff heartbreaks in Green Bay without playing in one Super Bowl. You can argue that the Raiders really aren't a bona fide championship contender right now, so it'll be even more impressive if Adams managed
iPhone 13 on us for every customer.
Damn.
Current, new, everyone to show the love.
If I could describe the aviation community in one word, it would be family.
Camaraderie.
Multidimensional. Unique. Tight. Tough. Awesome.
I need to get that blocker, bro.
Lamar Jackson. When it comes
Ooh,
to
I ain't gonna lie. I do want to see him win a Super Bowl.
who have yet to win a Super Bowl, the 2000
But it's too bad you're not gonna beat my Patriots.
quickly
Too bad.
enters the discussion. Yes, time certainly remains on his side, but that doesn't take away from how much we want to see Jackson win it all. Jackson revived the Ravens franchise in 2018. Just when it looked like John Harbaugh was gonna get let go. Under the dual sensation, Baltimore reemerged as an AFC powerhouse after spending several seasons as an afterthought. Jackson suffered tough one-and-done home playoff losses during his rookie and sophomore years. Unfortunately, he had to leave the Ravens' 2020 divisional round loss to the Bills after suffering a concussion, thus ending any hopes of a Baltimore title run. Jackson likely led Baltimore to the playoffs in 2021 if he didn't have to miss 5 games, including the team's final.
He do be missing games, though.
So, as you can see, the guy just has not been able to get a break, despite an astonishing 37-12 record through 4 seasons. We really don't want Jackson to be that guy that we're left thinking about what could have been. With his dual threat style, who knows how many prime years he actually has left? And who knows if the bounces will ever go his way. Other great dual threat
I don't know, bro.
like Michael Vick,
I feel like Lamar Jackson, he just, I don't know.
So wouldn't it be nice if
And they got no
Jackson
receivers,
could
so
buck that
they're
trend,
done.
Get it done in Baltimore. Josh Allen. Like Jackson, the
Too bad, bro. He's not beating my Patriots.
Plenty more opportunities at winning a Super Bowl.
Oh my God, they're gonna bring up this
It's also
game, bro.
not too early to place him on this list because
They got lucky in that game, bro. Like, I really think they did something to my Patriots for them to do that, bro.
Forever changed the Bills franchise for the absolute better. He has embraced the city of Buffalo, the passion of the
Look at this, bro.
and
This
the
is
pressure
terrible,
to
bro.
revive a team that spent close to
To be honest, my Patriots literally just
He
let Josh
is
Allen do
easily a
that,
top
bro.
5 quarterback in the NFL at the moment. But could you imagine if this guy goes his entire Hall of Fame career without winning a Super Bowl? Let's all pray that it doesn't come to that. Whether it's next year, in 5 years, or even a decade from now, we really want to see Allen win a Super Bowl. Anybody who revives a small market franchise with a fiery fan base and a lengthy history of losing deserves a ring. Not to mention that Allen, the person, is pretty much impossible to hate. So yeah, let's get this man a ring already.
That's so
No
terrible,
one
bro.
Deserves it more than Josh Allen in the city of Buffalo. But which other NFL players do you hope to see?
Like I said, bro, Josh Allen is not beating my Patriots again. I'll see you guys in the next video. It's not happening.